All right, everyone, we are back. I'm just gonna do a little. Um, we're gonna do a little update on this Honduras March. If you didn't see the first video, you can go back and watch it. But I am gonna kind of update that right now. So let me just get this out. Let me share it on my Facebook page real quick. So getting that done. But man, isn't this an interesting story? Oh, isn't this an intro? Isn't this an interesting story? Just all these people getting together and marching. You know what I mean? It's just very interesting, and it's kind of hard to even think about what's going on. All right. So now that we got that done, let's get into this real quick. On the 13th, that's when they left. And then on the 23rd, they made it to Guatemala, Mexico. They made it to Guatemala, Mexico. About 10 days. Let's say they had 8 days of travel in there. I kind of reconfigured it a little bit. That means they were running about 8 to 9 miles a day. Well, somehow from the 23rd, Guatemala, Mexico, they must have left 23rd, 24th. And now it's November 1st, and they're in Ojetan, Mexico. And that is 215 miles. Okay? 215 miles from Guatemala. They're now traveling, so before they were traveling at about 8 miles a day. Now they're traveling at a speed of 26 miles a day. So that's a little bit. How you go from you was doing 8 miles a day, and then I'm giving them some. The 8 miles a day. Now they're traveling 26 miles a day. Okay, something ain't right there. And this is like a 1,200-mile trip. Are they going to be going 10 miles a day, or are they going to be going 26 miles a day? 120 days. Okay, now they cut it down to 60 days, less than 60 days. So this is just interesting, but it's coming. It's coming right now. It's coming. And that's what everyone's talking about. The key is, who's in charge of all this? Who's paying for all this? Most people think Bartolo Fuentes is in this, but there's no way he can fund this. I looked at just a calculation of what they kind of average. It was like $5,000 to $7,000 per person. Okay, and they got 4,000, 5,000, 7,000, depending on which one you look at. Some people are even saying they have 15,000 people that are somewhere involved in this march. So someone's definitely paying for this. I've seen pictures of where they got like Red Cross tents, but there's no substantial evidence that picture's even taken of this caravan or any of that stuff. So I don't want to go too far and say, Red Cross is getting involved, or who's getting involved, who's paying for it. They're saying mostly men. Again, you see these pictures on the internet, but you don't know where those pictures are taken of. You don't know who took them, where they've been taken of, none of that kind of stuff. So I would say, we just don't. I looked everywhere. I searched the entire internet for like who is funding this thing. I mean, right-wing sites, left-wing sites, normal news sites. No one really has an answer yet. The right are saying the left is doing it. Okay, the right saying, the left's doing it because it's election time. They're trying to, and then the left is saying, the right's doing it so that they can get their wall built. I don't think anyone. I'm kind of confused as far as who's doing it. Like I said, I've been looking at these I don't know what you call them, these news sites that no one even looks at, right? I've looked at every article I could find, and really there's nothing. Bartolo Fuentes, it was just the group that didn't win the election, basically seems to be the catalyst for this, but there's no way they can afford to fund it all. They'd have to have some kind of outside influence. It's probably being funded by something here in America. Somebody's doing something, because that's the only place that can have the amount of money and the funds necessary to fund something like this. So let's just go back over the numbers real quick. They are currently in Huatatan, Mexico. Okay. And they left Huatala, Mexico. They were there on the 23rd. So let's say they left on the 23rd or 24th. It's the 1st now. They're camped up there. That's 215 miles. So somehow they went from Honduras to Huatala in 10 days. Let's say they only traveled for the 8 days. That means they were traveling about 9 to 10 miles a day. And now all of a sudden they've boosted their travel rate up to 26 miles a day. There's definitely several articles saying that they're getting buses in different places. But for some reason these buses have been taken away, and they're actually going to start the march tomorrow, and it's going to be on foot. So guys, I still got really nothing, and the media out there, the left media is, filling their propaganda, the right media is filling theirs, but there's really nothing right now. There's really no proof of anything except that the travel rate has increased and that they are being funded. They're being funded by somebody, and as of right now, Bartolo Fuentes is the only name on the map, but it's hard to believe that he can fund this thing all by himself. So how are these things happening? You got 7,000 people trying to take a dump, drink water, eat food. This is coordinated effort, huge coordinated effort. We've seen videos of them trying to tear down this gate, but again, I caution you, where did that video come from? It's been flying around Facebook. Do we know that's them? You get these pictures and you get these videos, and we don't have any real proof that that is part of that march. You see what I'm saying? So we got to be careful. We have seen the pictures of the flag, and I think those are consistent. They are carrying a Honduras flag. You'd think that if they're coming to America seeking asylum, okay, here's the problem. This isn't a migration. People are calling it a migration. It's not a migration. It can't be. You can't just migrate into the U.S. That's not a legal form. Even illegal immigrants can't migrate. There has to be some... This many people coming, they have to have some kind of legal right. They can seek asylum, okay? So that's what they're looking for. They're looking to seek asylum from Honduras and the U.S. That's what their goal is. So I don't know, guys, man. If you got something, please leave it in the comments. Let's figure something out. Leave it in the comments. And what I did last time is I used the comments from the last one to help me search and to get some updates, and then I just try to bring everybody's views together. So if you're watching this one and you haven't seen the first one, just go ahead and watch it. Even though I updated a lot of stuff, read the comments. Let's get this one. Let's get a group of people together. Let's leave some more comments, and let's see what you guys say. And there's people all over the place. You got the left and the right. Let's try to just figure out the answer. I'm not a lefter. I'm not a righter. I'm just looking for what exactly is going on. And again, I'll say this. It's not. If it was an invasion, who cares? A tank, 2 tanks? Come on, man. And plus, they're trying to go into Texas. I said this is the last one. I have family in Texas. Look, every fool in Texas got a gun looking for a reason to shoot it. Ain't nobody gonna invade Texas, so I ain't worried about that. Leave me a comment in the post. Hit the like button, and let's see if we can get this thing going and get some real information. Thanks for watching. Sorry I dropped my phone. Eesh. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Let me see if I can stop this thing.